What's up, guys? It's the Wicked Shot back again here with another video. And in today's video, we were talking what's been going on in the past couple of days. A lot of the CMO games being played by the left side, and why you guys should be pretty happy and pretty excited about what's going to be going on in 2021 because we're looking strong right now. Like the MAGA team, the Trump 2020 team, we're looking good. We're looking good. Just look at the panic and the desperateness at what the left are doing even now, ramping up the propaganda game than before, right? They keep playing even harder with the same old played out trick, trying to pull on the heartstring, trying to play the race card and make everybody seems racist and they're not. They're trying to make everybody that's not on board with their bullcrap seem like uh, a traitor or not good person. Example, Ice Cube. Everybody heard and saw the heat he's been getting. You know, he's been getting heat, but I'm pretty sure the support he's been getting is bigger than the heat he's been getting because he ain't no fool, right? So I listened to his interview or his video about why he actually wised up and went towards, to work with Trump. And I'm like, if you even have rocks for brain and you listen to what the guy is saying, you can't hate the man. You can only support him for why and his reason of doing what he's doing. And I'm telling you, anybody that's, hating on him after listening what he's saying and his reason, they're just like what I said, like they're just fully locked in with that program that the Democrat has dropped on you. Like, so what I know from experience is that the when they have you program into their way of thinking, it don't matter what the person does. Because I can tell you from experience, from how bad I hated Trump before somebody helped me, was that it don't matter what. Well, to be honest, I never saw anything positive on the news outlet that I was watching. So that's probably what helped it as well. Because it'd be different if you're seeing stuff that don't help the narrative. But if you're only seeing stuff that fits the narrative about the person and the image that you're trying to give, then it means that you're just going to be so turned against them that it doesn't matter what someone tells you. And then if you see um, somebody that you suspect should be with you being on the other side, you're just going to hate on them. So that's what's happening to a lot of people where they're not really, able to use their brain because the left usually with the tactics, they don't want people to use their brain. They don't want you to think and say, wait, logically, does this make sense? They just want to use narrative and use emotions to control what you do. And once you start to think, they flip on you. And that's what happened with Ice Cube. He thinks it's like, wait, I'm done being playing. I'm not playing this political game. I want to do. Listening to what he says, it sounds like he's just like tired of seeing what's happening to his community and he just wants to, you know, work with anybody that's going to help them the best. And he had ideas on stuff he thought would be best for his community, and he laid them out. And both sides reached out to him. Now, one side said, "Let's talk after the election, right? Let's talk after the election. Come work, come on the road with us, help us, boost our black supporters. It'll work just seeing you with us, come on." That's basically what they're saying when they say, "Hey, talk to us after the election." And the other side said, let's talk now. And that was pretty obvious to me who was what, right? Because that helped emphasize and show the reason why I went with Trump in the beginning when I explained that in my first walkaway video, or my first video, which is the walkaway video. That's the one of the reasons why I like Trump was he seems to be a guy that just wants to help, right? He just cares about the American people. He's not looking at you based on your race. He's looking at you as an American and said, he wants every American to have a good life, right? And to be treated fairly. And that's why he was like willing to, to do whatever he can and willing to listen. And not only did they listen to some of Ice Cube ideas, but they took some of his ideas and they made edits to their, plan that they already had for that $50 billion deal that they wanted to put into the black community to help it, right? They took some of his suggestions. That tells me right there the type of people that they are, right? Compared to the other side that just wants to use you, just use it to further their cause or help the narrative because they know having someone like Ice Cube being shown, on the bandwagon with them, they won't even have to do anything or offer anything to anybody. People just seeing that is going to get the black votes, and that's what they want. They don't care about that. So you can imagine if they're not doing anything now tangible to show what they want to do to help you, imagine what they're going to do if they win, right? It'll be crickets. I can't even imagine, like, literally, it'll be cricket. None. I can't see them doing anything. And people might think, oh, Trump's doing what he's doing right now to gain black support. I got news for you, bud. Like, Trump won his first term, regardless of the minority support. That's the reality. He won regardless. And even though he had less support then, and he knew he would have probably had less support then, he still didn't stop him. It did not stop him from doing work for the black community. I have seen and done my own research on stuff that he has done for the black community because I'm not going, you can't win me by emotion. You can't win me by telling me how to feel and just telling me, oh, I support you. You have to, I see your work. I look at your work. And that's how the black supporters of Trump think. They're not goons, they're not fools, they're free thinkers and they're smart, right? And they're not babies as well. We already know and we understand that you're going to find extremists and racists on both sides. There's no perfect person on the face of the planet, right? And we also know that Trump has his faults, right? But we know there's no perfect person on the face of the planet. So we're looking at what are you going to do to help us as Americans? And that's how we go. And we can see that Trump work that he has done outweigh the downside of him compared to the other side, which is just all negative. It's just all negative. It would be different if they had defects, but they're doing work. They don't do any work. All they do is try to play on narrative and getting on your heartstring, pulling on your feelings and stuff like that. Like, look what they do with the police force, right? Because they want to get an agenda, what they'll do is they'll try to find one bad apple in the police force or as many as they find, even though if it's a minority, they'll highlight that every time, over and over again, to get people emotionally in messed up places. And then that fuels what they're trying to do, get socialism. So they find one bad apple and they try to blast it everywhere. See, cops are racist. Cop just wants to kill you because of your skin color and ignore the other 95% of the good cops out there that are complete opposite, right? And how that is done is if by only showing you the negative stuff on TV, if that's all you see, then that's all you're gonna believe. And that's why when I was there, why it got to me so bad because I was always watching CNN. That's literally the only thing I used to watch because they made you feel like anything else you watch means you hate yourself, right? Don't watch Fox, otherwise it means you don't like your own community, right? The racist. If you watch Fox, it means you're a traitor to your own cause. That's the way that would get you to not listen to anybody else. That's what it would get you to not think, right? So that's what they did with the cops. I couldn't watch CNN without seeing something to do with cops that makes them look negative, right? Um, they would try to take stuff out of what Trump said, like edit stuff that he said and take it out of concept and then show it to you over and over again to make it to fit the narrative of him being racist. They just did it the other day with Kushner. He said, "Hey, you can't want this more than you have to want this more than us. You have to want this more, something to that effect." But I understand what he meant, and they try to flip that as him being racist, right? And if you paint the two next to each other, Trump versus Biden, put them side by side, and you say who is racist, it's not even a competition. Biden would win any party you put him against. Like some of the stuff that guy has said, bro, from his one line about, hey, if you don't support me, are you even black? And nobody cares about that, right? I bet if it was Trump who said something like that, like, bro, man, the mob would be after him, right? And then you have so many stuff you have said in this past, so many disgusting stuff, right? So it's 100% racist. There's no if and but about. But what they do to distract you from that is they just try to find the anything that they can use to make you to turn you against the right. Anything you can do, from like making it seem like if you're any conservative or a racist, right? When you look at some of the stuff that Biden has said in the past, it's like it's not even close, man. It's not even close because he has nothing tangible to show for the good that he has done, while Trump has like a laundry list of stuff to show that he's not racist, right? But if they want you to believe that he is, they'll just only show you the stuff that'll make you believe. Because it's not hard to make somebody seem like racist if they're not. Just take whatever you want and twist it, and then they'll tell you, don't think, just listen, don't use your brain, right? That's like they're getting desperate, man. They're getting desperate. You can see it by how dirty they're playing and how panicky they're getting. Like one of the clearest sign of this tragedy is by looking at their candidate that they put to run with Biden. Like they're literally, I'm almost certain they literally only went with her because of how she looked. Because they know that okay, this might help us to win these people. Because they're gonna see, oh, if we pick this person and put them as a running mate, they're gonna know that we're not racist. Forget what we really are. Just show them this, and that'll win them. And it works for some people. They see, Biden picking, someone of a different race, and they're like, "See, I told you I wasn't racist." See, like that's all it takes, man. That's all it takes. But listen, me, man, I am not a baby. I don't need to be told, and you can't play me like a fool. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the black community are wising up to that, because it's getting crazy. The amount of the support and the amount of people that have been walking away from the left is not been like it's been before. So they are terrified, guys. We are onto something good, and they are worried. So don't back down. Don't be fool into thinking, okay, we're in trouble. We are on a roll right now, right? I've never seen so many Trump supporters sign and picket sign and like before. Like, bro, I see them everywhere. Like, he has more support now. He's getting more people than he's losing. Facts on both front. They say, oh, he's losing white support. I said the other day, the only white support that Trump's probably losing are the ones that are disappointed to see that he's not actually a racist. And they're like, shit, I thought he was racist and he's not. I ain't gonna support him. That's the only supporters that he's probably losing. But what I can tell you, he's gaining 10 times more than he's losing. And that's what's scaring them. Because in the past couple of weeks, probably a month, I've only seen probably one or two Biden support picket sign anywhere. And I've heard a lot of people saying the same thing, man. There's a wave coming. And if you're not on that Trump 2020 train, you might as well step to the side because you will get run over. You will get run over because you're not going to tell me how to feel and tell me, oh, what's racist and what's not, because it's very clear cut who is the racist of the two, right? But we are also not idiots. I know and I understand that there are racists on both sides. Both parties has racists. There's no two way about it. We know that. And we know that there's no perfect person in the world other than Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ is not running for president. So you have to choose one. You have to choose one. And how you choose is choose a person. How I choose is I choose a person that is doing the right, the most by me and the American people. Not by this, but by the actions. They don't want you to choose like that. They want you to choose with your heartstring. And that's why they're trying to poison you to believe in what's racist and what's not, because they have nothing to offer, right? So you can keep trying to play that same old dumb game, having people think they should feel offended by something that they shouldn't be offended by. I came from a very tough and hardcore country, so I'm used to anything. I'm used to tougher stuff. So, like word used to saying, sticks and stone can break your bone, but words can never hurt you. Never ring true for us on the right? So keep talking, we'll keep working. All right? See you in 2021 when the Trump train is victorious. All right? You guys take care and have a good one. Peace. Mr. Wicked Shot out.